Good morning, everybody. I have people that are concerned about my safety because I live in Sarasota, Florida. And Sarasota, Florida is right in the path of Hurricane Milton. A hurricane like this hasn't hit directly Florida in the same way that it's gonna hit in 100 years, is what I'm hearing. So I wanna just tell you that I'm safe, and I wanna tell you my evacuation story. If you have a couple of minutes, I'm gonna tell you how we left and why we left. So here it is. On Saturday, I showed up to work for the first time because we were hit by another hurricane the week before, which flooded Longboat Key where I work. And so I finally went back to work, and the first thing I hear when I'm coming in the door is, "Did you hear about the other one?" And I'm like, "The other what?" There's another hurricane coming, and this one we gotta watch out for. I called my wife and I said, "Can you please book us a trip? Let's book it right away. So while I play my gig, can you please look for a ticket so we can go somewhere?" After the gig, I ended up going home, and we ended up, hesitating. Is it gonna really hit or not? We don't have enough information. Let's just try to buy tickets tomorrow, we said. But Sunday morning, there were no more tickets at that price from Sarasota. So I started looking at tickets from Tampa instead, which is an hour away. And we were like, I don't want to drive anywhere, but it's okay, it's just 1 hour. And then we found a couple of choices, but we still hesitated. We were like, we don't know exactly if we're gonna get hit or not. Anything can change. Let's just, maybe let's stay. So we started thinking about staying. So I got the house ready. I started prepping for the hurricane. I put the shutters, I put the boards, the plywood on the windows. We picked up all the stuff in the backyard. I tied up some furniture to the fences. My wife organized the pantry. We went shopping for canned foods, stuff like that. We had water from the previous hurricane, so we were good with that. I had plenty of propane gas. It took us like a lot of prepping, like all Sunday and the morning of Monday. I kept looking for tickets because it seemed like it was gonna hit us. So we kept looking for tickets, but guess what? By the time we were trying to purchase one, it would say it already booked up, which is weird because if you're looking at it and it says seats available and you're trying to put your information as fast as you can, why wouldn't they hold those tickets for you for like a little bit so you can finalize the purchase instead of selling it to someone else? Anyways, we ran into this with Frontier and Spirit Airlines. They would do this where they would show us a ticket that was $200, and the following day it said $2,000, the same ticket. This is incredible. I'm not gonna get into why or how is this okay to do as a company. That's another video, but I just thought that was insane. There was a point where we were gonna just go for it for whatever price, because we started like, we should probably just leave. But again, we couldn't find tickets. There was a point where we just finally said, let's make peace with the thought of staying. Let's just stay. You have to make peace with it sometimes, but it's a weird thought that just the chance that my family could be at risk at any point during the storm, just that slight chance kept bothering me. Because you can be positive, and I want to be positive, and I have the shutters all around the place. My house is not close. It's not too close to the water. I spoke to some neighbors and they say the same thing. We're high enough, 24 feet up, where we don't flood. All these things I kept saying, I'll be okay, I'll be okay. And we made peace with that. But I'm running around in the garage prepping the last couple of things when I get a phone call from my siblings, conference call with my brother and my sister. And they're like, okay, we took the decision, we're leaving. We're driving, in a few hours we're gonna be driving north. And we're probably gonna go to Jacksonville and catch a flight to Dallas. That's our plan. You want in or out? And I tell my siblings, we're kind of set on staying. But then I think about it again, like, okay, so now my siblings are going. I'm gonna be the only one staying here when I originally didn't want to stay. I originally right away called my wife when I found out about another storm because I just wanted a quick vacation while that happens. You know what I mean? And now I'm gonna stay and they're gonna leave. And this was such a hard moment because now my wife is on her mind, she's staying and she made peace with it. She told me she doesn't want to be driving bumper to bumper for so many hours because that can be unsafe too. What if you get stuck somewhere? What if you get run out of gasoline and there's no gasoline anywhere? This is such a difficult decision, especially when you made up your mind. So now I'm telling my wife, I'm on the phone with my siblings, I'm telling my wife, I think maybe we should go. But in my heart, I felt like I want to leave. You know, when you really want something and then you get that opportunity again, the brother is looking at an airplane that has enough tickets. So I get the opportunity again after trying to buy tickets. He found tickets and they are leaving. I convinced my wife basically because she at that point she didn't want to leave anymore. And you know, at this point also, it's very uncertain. The storm can get to a lesser category or it can change paths. So at this point, everything's unpredictable. It was such a difficult decision, but she went for it and she said, okay, let's do it. So now we start packing, right? I start finishing the last preparations, putting things high, my bass guitars, putting them high in like my desk in my office. And it hurts to leave all this without knowing if you're ever gonna see it again. But again, these are things. So I make my suitcase as fast as I can. The kids are making their suitcase. My wife is making her suitcase. Take a quick shower and we're ready to go. By 2 p.m. we're on our way north. Right away, you know, as soon as we hit the road that leads to the interstate, it's already a lot of traffic. So right away there's a lot of traffic. But I knew this, we knew this. And there we are and going on our road trip. It took 9 hours to get from Sarasota to Jacksonville. That's usually a 5-hour trip, around 4 to 5 hours. Well, it took 9 hours. It was a long trip, but we had the right music and the right snacks. We made it. We made only 3 stops, and the 3 stops were at 3 rest stops. We made it at 11 to Jacksonville Airport, and my wife thought we should just stay at the airport because our flight leaves at 5 a.m. Why to go to a hotel? And it was the right choice. We put the kids to sleep in the back of the SUV. We tried to take a quick nap, and at 2 a.m. we were going into the airport, lining up to go through security, and you know how that is. That takes forever. My siblings were able to make it in time. They were within 30 minutes to lose the flight, but they made it. And 11 of us got on that airplane, made it all the way to Texas. We were here at 7-something in the a.m. We decided to grab 2 Ubers and go to one of those breakfast restaurants so we could make plans. I invited my Uncle Vic, which lives here in Dallas, and he came to join us at the breakfast place. And then Kristen's auntie, super nice lady, unbelievably nice, she offered her home, and she said all 11 can come. Like, who does this? All 11 are welcome in our home, and you can even use our car. It's just amazing. We're so thankful to her, and we're thankful to Uncle Vic because he came and helped us with the luggage and taking us to her home. So after breakfast, we all came here to Auntie's house. We were hanging out, making plans. We took her up on her offer to stay here. Not all 11, 4 of us, my family, my wife and my kids. This is where we're staying, her lovely home. She's so nice to us, so kind. So we're so thankful. Thank you. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you are, because I told you I was gonna film it. So my siblings went to a hotel nearby, and we're gonna meet them later to go to the zoo. It's all good, and we're very happy with our decision. But I wanna say a couple of things to those who stayed in Sarasota, and to all of you, because when these things happen, it's very hard to take good decisions. Every decision can lead to something else. It's a very personal decision, and you cannot point fingers or judge whoever wanted to stay or whoever wanted to leave. It doesn't work that way. You cannot point fingers. It's a very personal decision, and everyone has their reasons on why they stayed or why they left. I want to say what motivated me from the beginning to want to leave. And this is why. What can I lose if I leave? A bunch of thousands of dollars. Do I have that somewhere stored that I can use? The answer is yes. Then I'll do it. I don't care. I'll pay for it and I'll turn it into a vacation, because we do this anyways. We buy a bunch of dumb stuff all year round. We buy a bunch of dumb stuff and we spend a bunch of money. We just don't realize it. But we're always spending money in dumb things. So when it's a real emergency, I'll spend that money to get my family out of whatever. I just don't want that chance. And that's how I made my decision. Even though airlines made it, so I changed that decision. That's the crazy thing. It didn't seem like they were helpful at all. The prices were 10 times more. Airlines made it, so I changed my decision. My big decision of leaving was changed to, okay, staying. I can't find anything. But then again, thanks to my siblings calling me, I left. We're very thankful to our families. Auntie Stacy, thank you. You guys checking on me, thank you so much. All of those that stayed in Florida, please protect yourself, be safe, take good decisions. And I wish you the best. And I really hope this storm doesn't cause too much damage. I really hope that. And I hope I have a place to work when I come back home. I hope I have a home when I come back to Sarasota. And anyways, thanks for checking. That's my story. And I'll update you on the next video.